is we are started with basics, and from still week 7, and from week 8 to week 11 it should be the basic functions. I'm sorry, talking about functions, and we'll talk about basic formulas from week 11 and 12. 13, 14, 15 we'll go for a shortcuts. Okay, so we are on the week 9 now, so we already done with week 8. So is there any concerns or anything you want to know about, anything which you want to talk before I start with this week functions? Any issues?
No, sir. No issue, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, anyway, around, so we are just, if you see this will be a week 9. So date function 1, 2, 3. We will start with this date function. So it's about, wait, I'll tell you what is that. Okay. So this is what date. So date, sometimes what we do here, see when this function will work out. So works out in the sense, so we used to type date, month and year, month, date and year, and someone used hyphen, someone used slash, someone, just use only the 4-digit year, and this is 92 means 1992 they will not put. So for customize those things, we have certain functions which is already inbuilt in the system. We have to use the formulas and you put the function. Okay, and you can see your time, automatically time will get updated, and month, date.
The functions which you'll be seeing is today, now, month, day, years, and we also will be looking for date functions and how do we add days, months and years to a particular date, that is today's date. Now let's see those one by one. I have something written here. So if you want today's date, how do you get it? So I'll type here a function here as equal to today function. So when I press enter, I'll get today's date. Now what is the thing about this date is, if I open this Excel sheet tomorrow, the date will automatically change because so it says hash, that means the width of the column is this one less, I'll increase the width of the column. Yeah. So you can see date and time both are got. So if I open this Excel sheet, close and open, or if I refresh after 10 minutes, the time will change to 11:45 automatically. Similarly, if you see there's a date written here on the left hand side, that is 29th of Feb 2008. Now, sometimes if the dates are like this, 02/02/2008. Now, when you have this kind of date, it becomes difficult, which is the month and which is the year, or sorry, which is the month and the day. So what you can do is, I'll give a shortcut formula by which if you can put here, you can understand what is the day and which is the month. So the function is equal to day, and you can select the cell number and close the bracket. So select the day from this particular data, and when you press enter, and it will say 2 is the day. Similarly, if you want the month, so you can put the same function equal to month, bracket open, and you can put the date in which the data is there, and you can see the same is given. Next is, if you want to find out a year, you just put equal to year in the bracket, you can give the cell number and press enter. So you see, it's very easy to understand the day, month and year. Now suppose this day changes, let's say if the day is this kind of, it is 04/02/2016. And if you press enter, it says the day is 4, the month is 2, and the year is 2016. That is, you can break the date into different formats. Now, I have this 3 into different formats. If I want to combine all together at one place, like days, months and years, I have got separately. Now, if I want to combine all 3, how do I do that? There is a function known as date function. So I'll just keep my cursor here, date, and type a function as equal to date. The moment I type equal to date, open the brackets, you see it will ask me for 3 parameters. One is for the year, month and day. So I already have a year, a month and a day. So why not pick up that data and use in my function? So you see here, I'll pick up this day, year, month, day, and I'll close the bracket. So once I press enter, I'll just remove the extra comma which is written here. I'll press enter, and if you see the same date is displayed here, the same format, right? So date function is used to combine all the divided dates all together. Let's see some more advanced features in this. If I want to add 5 days to today's date, let's say this is today's date. If I keep here cursor, if you see there's a today function used. If I want to add 5 days to current date, how do I do that? It's like simple maths, like adding two different numbers. Imagine this is one number and this is the second number. How do you add two different cells? It's simple, equal to first cell plus second cell. So I'll just say as equal to first cell number plus second cell number. So when once I press enter, 14th July will become approx, let's say 19th of July. That's absolutely correct. Similarly, if you want to subtract 5 days from current date is, you just put as equal to, because date minus 5 days and press enter. So you see it has gone 5 days back. So this way you can add and subtract the number of days. Similarly, if you want to add and subtract the months from a particular date, so same way you can do it, but here we cannot do it by minus and plus. We have to use a function known as eDate. So I've written here eDate. So I'll start a formula with the eDate. So remember two parameters, the date and number of months. So I'll type here equal to eDate, bracket open. If you see, that's given as start date and the number of months. So this is my start date, comma, and number of months is in this cell. So that is D23, that is 10. So 14/07/2016, if I add 10 months, it will go into 2017 year. And if you see, it's showing us 14/5/2017. So 10 months are added. Similarly, same function I can use for subtracting date, that is 10 months. So I'll use equal to eDate, bracket open. So this is my start date. I'll put a comma and select this minus 10. If you see in the cell number D24, it was minus 10. And I'll press enter. So it says 10 months from today back. If you go, it is 14th of, you say 9/20/2015. So this way, eDate function is used to add months. Let's see how to go for years. Now, if I want to add 10 years to this particular date, so how do I do that? So we'll use the same function eDate. We'll not go for some other new functions to make your work easy. So I'll type here a function equal to eDate. This is my start date, comma. Now it says months, but I want to add years. So that is 10 years. I'll convert 10 years into months. So 10 years is approximately, not approximately, exactly it is 120 months. So I'll type here 120 months and I'll close the bracket. So 2016, if I add 10 years, it becomes 2026 and I'll press enter. So I'll press enter. So you see 2026. So I've got the answer. Similarly, if I want to subtract 10 years from this particular date, I can do the same thing, equal to eDate, and I'll use this today's date, comma, and I want to subtract 120 months. Now I'll use something different here. I'll select this cell number and I'll put here multiplied by 12. What is the reason I've put this? D29 consists minus 10 into 12, that is minus 120 months from this particular date. So date minus, it becomes 10 years. Once I press enter, if you see, it is saying as 2006. 10 years, I'm going back to the particular date. So I hope you have understood in this scenario. What we have seen is different date functions, that is today, now, month, day. How do we add months, days and years, and how do we subtract similarly. So I hope you have understood for this video.
The laughing.
Yeah. So I think I think it's clearly understandable and it's very easy function, date function, right? So you know, right? So if you use the formula for today's date, press Control colon. So there is a today's date. Then Control Shift colon, use the timing. So rather than use it, if you want to use only now function, so it says date and time. So if you want only today, that means today's date. So it says only date. So these are the very basic functions. Okay. So you want, see, similarly, if you want you use only month, okay. Okay. This is a month. Okay. If you want to date, so because it will pick the system automatically, and if you picks that year, it will go for year. So these are the very basic thing which you want to know about the functions, which can be bifurcated. So okay, so this is one thing, and 1 minute. So you want to combine both, and you can do the combination, that we can do that combination. 1 minute, sorry guys, 1 minute, 1 minute, just be online. Yeah, sorry guys. Okay.
In this
So
video,
the same
we're looking
thing.
for some date function.
So the same thing, which I'm just going to explain you how he has used. So add or subtract. Subtract and addition is very easy if you can go and add accordingly. But if you look into that months and date, okay, if you want to do for the addition of months, okay, it's very easy. See, for example, I want to addition 15 months of time, okay, equal to e date this, sorry, e date comma 15. That months is like, I think this format is not same, but we can use for the date function. So if you see here 15 months from now, so it should be first month and 3 months and 12 months, so 3 plus 12 15, so it's 29 for 2023. It's correct. So this function will be useful when you're using the date functions. If you want to know the time and you can use something formulated in Excel, so this function will help you. Okay, so you don't want to put, see, for example, when I'm using some, for example, one cells are there, 1 2 3, when I use, you put, so whenever you update it, please give today's date. So they will give 2.3 2022. Someone will give 2/3/2022. See, someone will give 3/3/1/2022. For example, okay, when I put a filter, the date function itself, it's different. See here, so you can't see that. It's very annoying. And if you see that, it looks like which one, this is a month or date. It's a January. Is this March? But actually it is 2/3. Okay, so when I'm using this, then use this 29 date. When I use this time, when I use this 29 date, for example 29, right? So if I use 30th date, you can see easily 30th date. If I use a
இருக்கான்னு தெரியல. அது இருக்கான்னு தெரியல.